This is a series of films that tells the history of contemporary fashion photography as seen through the eyes of models. Over the last 10 or so years I've been doing SHOWstudio, there's been an advent of fashion film as opposed to fashion photography.
Yeah.
And my take, as you probably know on this, is that magazines were the place to show fashion photography, and great, as magazines, circulations are falling, and people are looking at the internet and they don't look at magazines anymore, or not so much, then there has to be a medium to show fashion which is appropriate for the internet, and that's where I think fashion film comes in.
Yeah.
You worked on a film with a filmmaker called Ruth Hogben.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that was incredible. For me, actually, I thought on that shoot, Gareth Pugh, I could express myself in the same way, even better way than I could I was so excited about that shoot, in a better way than I could in still photography. Because the way she did it, the fashion looked amazing, the music, I mean, it was just incredible. It was just, I was excited about it. I was so excited, and I just thought, you know, I thought it was going to go crazy, and everyone was going to do something like that. But you know, Ruth, that stands alone as being really, in the last, 10 years, as being the most amazing fashion video. Even better than a stupid music video. It was like, incredible. I just think Ruth, she created drama, amazing drama, and still showed the fashion. And it was like, that blew me away. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, this is going to catch on like wildfire. But like you say, maybe there's not anybody that can do that.
When Vogue first started, when we first started using fashion photography in 1910, when they said, okay, enough of fashion illustration, we want fashion photography. There were only two photographers that did it for 15, 20 years. And the things you have to direct a fashion film, you have to have an eye that's attuned to fashion, in the same way that Helmut Newton was not a general photographer, he was a fashion photographer. Same thing with Richard Avedon, etc., etc. You had to understand fashion, and there are very, very few. You say you work with the same photographers, you've worked for 20, 30 years. There are only half a dozen photographers who you work with a lot. That's because there are only that few who have that fashion eye. Fashion film is the same thing. There are only very few people who get it. I'm going to show you one last thing, which is a quote.
One of my quotes.
One of your quotes.
Yeah, I said that.
Do you still believe that?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think modeling, as celebrity, has an essence of that. You create an image of yourself, and within and beyond your control, they have to come together somehow magically. That the public believes that you are what they attain or would like to attain, or fantasize to be. And although I try to kind of keep myself real, I do. You know, if I give an interview, I'm not going to like be all PC, don't say this, don't say that. I won't do that. But there's a big part of the whole celebrity thing that, you hypnotize them. You know, it's a game in a way. It is a game in a way. It doesn't have to be a bad game, because I think that the public need to have that. But I
mean, the thing that I'm interested in, why I ask you about
and
it.
I think insecurity fuels a lot of celebrity.
Right, sure.
Insecurity fuels most of celebrity, you know? And I think it's good what you're doing, because I think a lot of people think these people are perfect, have perfect lives, but no. It's really good to see that, but maybe that's not good. Maybe people want to believe we're all perfect.
But do you, when you're working...
And Kate Moss is perfect, by the way.
I know.
No, she has a perfect life, and she's really happy.
Absolutely. When you're working, are you aware of your wider audience? You're aware of the smaller 10, 20 people around you at that time. Are you aware of the millions of people who are seeing your images?
No.
Right.
I don't. I have no idea. I don't do Twitter. I don't go into Google. I don't do it.
Right.
Sometimes I'm sent this stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't. No. But no, I don't think people I don't think people know who I am.
I think they do. You're incredibly popular on Tumblr.
Are you kidding?
Do you know what Tumblr is?
No, what is it? I don't know. It's not Twitter.
No, it's like Twitter with images a bit. It's like everybody's own personal magazine. So they pull all these kids just pull all of their favourite images into these kind of, you know, if you want kind of mood boards of images. So you go on somebody's Tumblr and it's great because they've got the right mixture, the right curation. So they might take a kind of scene of the crime image, and the next one will be a kind of beautiful fashion image, and the next one will be a portrait done themselves on their iPhone, or you know. So it's just kind of visual language. And there is a Tumblr on you,
but good and bad.
But it's all the pictures ever of you, and they'll find out pictures from you from years ago, etc.,
That's
etc.
so bizarre for me.
But there are a few models who always turn up on Tumblrs. You, Gemma Ward, Kirsten Owen, Kate Moss are the models you see again and again and again and again. As you come here, yeah.
That's a weird. I mean, I'm.
So you're in the kind of in that new league of kind of
And
absolutely.
you?
Brilliant.
Do you come up on Tumblr?
Never.
You will now because you're attached to me.
I will. You're right. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm coasting off your fame. Thank you very much for doing that.
I have to look that up.